This place has definitely seen better days. A plant or a radio would be nice.
A plant or a radio?
That would be fucking...
Do you have a moment, Igor?
Sure. What do you need?
I was wondering about that deranged old hobo I did the Duga radar gig for.
Tarakan?
Yeah, some of the things he said in passing makes me think there's more to him.
More than a demented techno-shaman with a knack for spy stuff and an unhealthy obsession with rats?
Funny. But yes, I think he uses that stuff as a shell. Interpersonal armor. There's something underneath all of that. When I was in Budrakia prison, I met some guys doing time for political stuff. They told me how in the olden days, high-level, disloyal types were committed to a nut house. I mean, what's up with that, right?
It had more to do with protecting the whole system than punishing one person. The people in charge wanted to send a message that it was insane not to believe the Soviet Union was the best country, or countries in the world.
Yeah, insane. Did you know any rebels like that?
I don't think so. Why?
There was this rumor about someone important who was about to blow the whistle on the Duga project. He got chucked into the loony bin before he could speak up.
Really? Who do you think it was?
Beats me. The official reason was a mental breakdown after the Chernobyl disaster. Convenient timing, if you ask me. We probably won't ever know who it was. Lobotomies and drugs will turn your brain to mush.
Do you have a moment?
What's on your mind, Olga?
I was thinking about an old woman I used to know, Alina. She lived in our village. She had so many stories to share. About the revolution of 1917, collectivization, the Great Famine, Nazi tanks rolling through the marshes, her husband dying in the Great Patriotic War, persecution by the NKVD, the Chernobyl disaster.
Fascinating. She must have been at least 100 years old.
She was very old indeed. Nothing could shake her. She never stopped wandering the woods and marshes of Pripyat gathering herbs and mushrooms. Until the lurkers killed her. Such a pointless death.
I'm sorry. She must have been a very brave woman.
I asked her once, what kept her going through all those dark years? Do you know what she said? I wanted to live. It was as simple as that. Life is precious, and you only get to go around once. So I want to make mine count. Do you understand? I'm not dying because of a stupid mistake.
Hopefully we can avoid that, and you'll lead a long and productive life once we're finished here.
Well, as my stepdad Matvey would say, nobody wants to exit the stage, but everyone does, eventually.
I'd like to rethink your
Sure, Igor. Just don't make a mess of... What can I do for you, Professor?
I'd like to
Sure.
Igor,
Hey, what's up?
I was thinking about secrets.
Any particular secrets?
Did you know the medical data gathered after the atomic strike on Japan was classified?
Whoa, nothing like a ray of sunshine to start your day. Seriously, though, it's not that surprising.
This American diplomat I met once told me about it. He said the US Army was shocked at how deadly the fallout was. They put more than $20 billion into the Manhattan Project, after all. After their amazing victory, they couldn't admit to the public how toxic it was. Even the American troops helping the Japanese rebuild were getting sick. So they confiscated all the medical data, Japanese and American, and classified it.
That's regrettable. The biggest crime the nuclear powers have committed against their citizens was failing to admit that long-term exposure to even low levels of radiation can be more deadly than a high dose received in a short amount of time.
Yeah, that kind of secret kills people.
Do you think you could find some time to teach me some...
But I'll...
Perfect.
Follow me. Now that we've covered the basics, it's time to introduce some more advanced techniques. I'm going to teach you how to shoot from cover. Don't hug your cover. Keep it at arm's length, or you won't be able to see your target. Remember to stay in cover as much as you can. Pick your target and squeeze the trigger gently. Don't rush. Okay, Igor? Ready? Go! Nicely done! Keep practicing and you'll be the terror of the zone in no time. Keep at it. Turn yourself into a dangerous bastard so you can protect others.
Rhino 3, this is Bluebird. Do you read? Over.
This is Rhino 3, reading you loud and clear, Bluebird. Over.
Rhino 3, change of plans. Jack Frost is heading for the Kapachi Kindergarten. ETA 3 hours. Provide support for a helo. Over.
Wilco, Bluebird, we're moving out. ETA 2 hours. Over and out.
Jack Frost? That's an old nickname me and Boris gave Professor Semenov when we were still students. Could it be? He brought me here to Pripyat years ago. Helped me get Tatiana a position too. And now he works for NAR? He must have his reasons, and he's always been a brilliant scientist. He's still my best shot at finding Tatiana. I need to see him.
Your old mentor, huh? Try and find him if you think it's important. Just be extra careful.
I'm always careful, Olivier.
You'll most likely have an escort. Try to sneak past. Don't go Rambo on them.
Georgy Semenov, a good old Jack Frost. You must wonder what happened to him all those years ago. Why would he work with the NAR, my love? Surely he must have a good explanation. He was always kind to us.
I hope we don't run into that maniac. What was his name? Kiminyuk? What was that? We've got a visual on a hostile! Ours is wounded! Stalker spotted! Stop him! He's over there! Over there! We've got a visual! I don't get it. We dispatched an entire squad to fly in here and escort this old fart just so he can dig through some papers?
This old fart is more valuable to them than an entire battalion of grunts like you.
Guess I'm in the wrong line of work, huh? Not at all, Sasha. I think you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Unauthorized personnel within the perimeter! Take him down!
You. I'm surprised to see you here. You are.
It's Igor. You remember me, Professor Semenov, don't you? It's been a long time. I thought you would have retired by now. But I guess there's no rest for a man of science like you and me.
Igor, it's so good to see you. But what are you doing here? It's not safe.
What are you doing here, Professor? Are you really working for NAR? Do you know what they're doing in the zone? How they treat the summer shells?
Please, Igor, slow down. My concern is science, as it always has been. The politics and administrative piffle, I leave to others.
Then what are you doing here exactly?
You don't need to worry about me. I haven't turned into Dr. Mengele. I study the local, fauna. They're very peculiar, very dangerous. You must have run into them at some point. There are reports dating back from before the Chernobyl catastrophe. It's very important that we gather every bit of available information.
Let the man catch his breath. Otherwise he may become suspicious. He was probably forced to work for NAR. That's my guess.
So this is Semenov. Very smooth, very slick. I wouldn't trust him if I were you.
The shadows, yes. They seem to have some connection to Chernobylite.
So you know about Chernobylite? Did you get a chance to study it? Perhaps we could compare notes. And what about yourself, Igor? Why are you here? This is a restricted area, as you must know.
I haven't seen Tatiana in 30 years. I seem to have some blank spots in my memory. I can't remember what happened the night of the disaster. I need to find her. I need to find out what happened to us.
Reactor number 4. That was a real disaster. Some of our colleagues paid the ultimate price for this misguided experiment. That's what happens when politicians are placed in charge of scientists. And Tatiana, such a sweet girl, and your friend Boris, you three were inseparable. I called you my 3 musketeers, remember? Look, my security detail will be back soon to collect me. I don't want them to hurt you or start asking questions.
How can I get in touch?
I will find you. Now, go!